when they used flashbangs on the wrong house, and we marched in the streets then, led by students and youth, and students are leading the marches in the streets now. We are here to say that the brutal repression of protesters has to end. The attacks on journalists, medics, and civil liberties is unacceptable, and the stationing of National Guard troops on every street corner of our city is extremely traumatizing for many of our members and the communities who have fled military conflicts as refugees. Now I understand, and I've heard some of the labor leaders talk about this. They say that it may be union members and union siblings that are on the streets as the National Guard. We get that most folks in the Guard and in the military in general are working class folks, because it's the working class that is always sent to fight the rich man's wars. However, that does not mean that what they are doing is right. The governor has put rifles in the hands of the Guard in the same way the National Guard was set against the P9 union in Austin and the Teamster strike of '34 that made Minneapolis a union town. The National Guard shouldn't be called out to attack union members, and it shouldn't be called out to attack any of our communities. Last summer, after George Floyd's murder, Joan Gable, the president of the university, announced that the U had severed its ties with the Minneapolis police. This seemed pretty remarkable, right, and a bold action. However, what we weren't told was that the U continues to be part of the West Metro Task Force. In this week, as thousands of folks, including university staff, students, and faculty, are protesting for justice for Dante Wright in Brooklyn Center, we know that at least 12 university cops are participating in this brutal crackdown, and we say it's got to end now. So we are here today, along with all of you, to demand that the university immediately withdraw the university police from the West Metro Task Force and be forbidden from participating in any efforts to repress protests. And we also demand that the governor end the occupation of our city and end occupation safety net now. Thank you.
Now we were talking about justice last time, right? So we're talking about getting these court cases and stand out here for these trials, right? But what we need is systemic change, okay? And so our next speaker, who's for the Minnesota Justice Coalition, has been helping the families at the Senate and the House to make sure that we get legislation passed to ensure this doesn't happen again. So coming up next is Jonathan. Thank you. Hello, my name is Jonathan McClellan with the Minnesota Justice Coalition. We are part of a collective of organizations that work with the family and community to draft and advance legislation and other policy initiatives at the Capitol here in St. Paul and in Washington, D.C. As Abraham Lincoln put it in his second inaugural address, the principal task ahead of our country is to bind up the nation's wounds. Here we are, over 250 years later, still seeking to bind those very wounds. We are in the state of affairs of our quest to attain justice and equality, with Minnesota being ground zero of the match that has sparked this outpouring of consciousness for our shared community. We are still here waiting to cash that check that has fallen out of a bankrupt system of expedient politicians, administrators, tolerant allies of the same, of opposition to our progress for a more perfect union. For far too long, we have been victims of this plague, and we are here to say no more. No more policies that divide us based on our diversity. No more policies that break up families of color. No more hashtags. No more policies that put all the eggs in the basket of white imperialism while paying lip service to communities of color in our never-ending fight for justice. No more to the boots on the necks of our children, our brothers, our sisters, our uncles, our fathers, our nieces and nephews, our friends, and our future. The bills that we're trying to advance are ending qualified immunity, police professional liability insurance, civilian oversight strengthened, ending police-only responses to mental health calls, ending the statute of limitations on wrongful death, creating an independent investigatory and prosecutory body, ending prosecution for reporting misdeeds misconduct, access to body cam footage within 48 hours. This is also known as Kobe's Law, ending no-knock warrants. We also support the Hard L Show Act of 2021, and the Philando Castile Omnibus Bill. Like the slaveholders of the South in the founding of this young country, the opposition fights for unrighteousness. They argue for division. They promote through their actions or lack thereof a distorted reality that places one class of people over the other and fail to see the humanity that's sacred under God. They turn their back to the promise that all men are created equal and have been endowed by our Creator with certain inalienable rights. The right to life, the right to life, the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We are not asking for a handout. We want your boot off our neck. We want a fair shot. We want a level playing field. Not a hill we have to climb and fight with one hand tied behind our back, a knee in our neck, a gun to our head, or the head of our children. Law enforcement for decades has been pushing legislation to chip away at our civil liberties, our rights, and our communities by pushing policies that absolve them of their crimes, weaken and remove the checks of accountability, transparency, and justice, with access to unlimited resources and unfettered access to our elected leaders. Our fight is for a lasting change, a commitment to the people, a commitment through policy that has had a lopsided application for far too long. In this time, with the events that have plagued our communities, it's long overdue. A saying I came up with is that we need to infect the system with a conscience. When you go back home today and tomorrow and the next day and the day after that, remember, it was your conscience that brought you here. It is your conscience that says what happened to George Floyd was wrong. It is your conscience that brought you out last summer. It is your conscience that says you want to stand on the right side of history. It is your conscience that helps us support each other. It is your conscience that says the pain that these families are going through is wrong. It is your conscience that says the food of oppression is wrong. We all know the system doesn't have a conscience. That's why it is our duty to infect it with one.
All right, let's give it up for Jonathan. Next, we're going to have CJ with the Anti-War Committee. Solidarity support between the Black Liberation Movement and the Anti-War Committee, so please give it up for CJ.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The Anti-War Committee is here because this shit is a war on black and brown people. We're here because shooting at protesters is political terror. Whether it's in Standing Rock, in Gaza, or in Minneapolis, occupation is a fucking crime. And that is exactly what these racist ass do. They occupy our communities. That's what the military rejects and the National Guard get paid to do. Occupy us, keep us in line, make sure this white supremacist system can stay fucking comfortable if it lets this lynching piece of shit walk. The endless war on communities of color here is part of the same bullshit wars on communities abroad, so I say, fuck the National Guard! Fuck the National Guard! Fuck the National Guard!
Fuck the National Guard!
Fuck the National Guard! Fuck the MPD!
Fuck the National Guard! Fuck the MPD! Fuck the National Guard!
Coming up next, you saw him chanting, you see him singing, he's got his boots on the ground all week. Give it up for Brandon!
No, sing.
ACAB.
All cops are bastards!
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 All right, so I've done a couple different pieces of writing over this past year. Yeah. I think we're trying to get like a little bigger space here. If anyone in this space could like take a step back a little bit.
We're here for justice for George Floyd. Say his name! George Floyd! 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 Black lives matter! I don't believe y'all. Black lives matter! 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 Native lives matter! Native lives matter! Native lives matter! Native lives matter! Asian lives matter! Asian lives matter! Asian lives matter! Brown lives matter! Brown lives matter! Brown lives matter! Brown lives matter! Trans lives matter! Trans lives matter! Trans lives matter! Trans lives matter! Black lives matter! Black lives matter! Black lives matter! Black lives matter! Before I hand it over to Brandon, I'm gonna do one last chant. What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! When do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! All right, let's give it up for Brandon, y'all.
All right, I like seeing y'all. Can y'all hear me? Yeah, y'all can hear me? I said, can y'all hear me? All right, so as I was saying, I've had a couple pieces of writing. I just like looking at the people because we are the people. I like making eye contact. So I'm performing this little piece of writing that I did. This is the first one that I wrote after George Floyd was murdered. I've written a couple. This one kind of is symbolic for me, symbolic for us to see how far this movement has come. How far this movement has come in this city, across the world. And it all started right here at Ground Zero. So the name of this piece is called Land of the Free, Home of the Brave. As I stand in the land of the free, the home of the brave, I ask, is this what freedom feels like? I may have removed the shackles from my feet, but my mind is still chained to the traumas that play on repeat in my head. Why is it always black bodies outlined in white chalk? Resembling mine slammed into the blacktop at the hands of a white cop. When will it stop? I'm sorry that I'm a threat to you. But am I a thug or am I misunderstood? Am I misunderstood or do you not care to understand me? See, when I was born, I couldn't make my skin any lighter. I couldn't make my hair any straighter, and I couldn't make my eyes blue. And as I walk by you, I cannot smile any bigger. I cannot nod my head any harder. I cannot seem any more friendly regardless of any of your demeanor that I try to copy. So when you stop me, I cannot put my hands any more up. I cannot sit any more still. I cannot resist less. So now as I protest, I cannot write on signs any larger. I cannot march any farther. I cannot raise my fist any higher. I cannot raise my voice any louder. I cannot be any more peaceful. I'm sorry that I'm a threat to you. But as I stand in the land of 10,000 lakes, I'm drowning. Not because you think I can't swim. I'm drowning in the tears that I've shed for each one as we make it. Act like we hate it, even though we made it. And I can't wait for my son, or my grandson, or my great-grandson to pray up to me one day and say, finally, we made it. But as we continue to have funerals for black bodies, oppressive cities and systems will continue to be cremated. Our bodies, language, our culture. So this chaos you see is a mere glimpse into our daily realities. And as you rush to board up your storefront, protect your merchandise, just realize we've had for our entire lives. The fear that the next to be me. Will he lynch me? Because nowadays favorite letters, and DA and AG, I'm sorry that I'm a threat to you. As I stand in the land of the free, the home of the brave, I may, but black and brave are synonymous. Because every day that I choose to exist, I am met with those who wish to end my existence. But we're resistant. We're resilient. We're brilliant. Only 13% of the population will have so much influence on the other hundreds of millions. I'm sorry that I'm a threat to you, but I understand why. Because as I stand in the land of 10,000 lakes, I've seen a small ripple turn into a wave, a tsunami, a hurricane of a movement that has since traveled throughout the world. The power that we have is immeasurable. And this movement has made its way to your front door, and we are no longer knocking. We are demanding entrance, and we are not taking no for an answer. Going back is not an option. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. I am no longer sorry. I am unapologetic. When it comes to my liberation, I am unapologetic. We are unapologetic. Because if George don't get it, I said if George don't get it, George don't get it, burn it down. 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 I said if George don't get it, burn it down. I said if George don't get it, burn it down. Power to the people.
Nigga from the tree is here. 9 minutes. How many niggas hung from the tree?
Let's give it up again for breathing.
Recreation.
All right, can we have people back up, please? We're still in the midst of a pandemic. Please, back up, including the media. If you're not part of the organization, back up. Everybody say back up. Still asking you to back up. Your language is long enough to capture what you're about to capture without crowding people out. All right? So, as Brandon was speaking, first of all, let's give it up for Brandon, y'all. So, as Brandon was speaking, we had someone join our demonstration who has been on the front lines for civil rights for many, many years. He came out after Philando Castile was killed in 2016. He joined us at the mansion and he spoke to the people. In the black community, for those who don't know, we do our best to bridge generations from our young people. As we saw Diana Frazier, 17 years old, could have gone to the store, but stayed out there to capture the video that's been seen around the world over 20 million times of George Floyd being killed. And without that bystander video, there would be no trial. Say that! So a young person did that. Say that! We had young people, we had middle-aged people, we had elders take to the streets to demand justice. I fall in that middle range. So now what I'm going to do as a frontline activist is pass the mic to an elder, the Honorable Reverend Jesse Jackson.
He said, let me hear you scream. Let's hear you scream.
Media, bro, this shit is not for you. Move the fuck around, media. This shit is for the people.
Media, you guys need to
Get the fuck out the way, media. This is not for you. All you fucking news media, get the fuck out the way. AP News, get the fuck out the way.
Respect our voice. If you're white, get out the way. Everybody respect our voice. Move out the way.
Media, back up! Media, back up!
But the people are the ones
That's right! Thank you! So y'all please kneel, that people can see in the back.
take a knee.
Oh, well.
Media, take a knee. Y'all got cameras. Take a knee. Take a knee. Come on, take a knee. Thank you.
Keep marching. Senator, keep fighting back here. Let's take it. There's nothing to break our spirits.
That's right.
So the such joy I have in this struggle because now we become alive through death. I grew up in South Carolina. I first went to jail in 1960. I used to go to the library at that time. Popular song among the quartet, Hummingbird and Fall Off, We're Living After I Die. The power even in death for our struggle. I was in South Africa back in the 70s. Every girl became a major expression of another rally. Between the death and the life. As Ms. Roland Parks, Ms. Parks, why didn't you go back to the bus? I thought about going to the back of the bus. But Emmett Till, I couldn't go back. Spoke, say Emmett Till. Repeat Emmett Till.
Emmett Till.
Spoke from the grave.
Spoke from the grave.
George Floyd.
George Floyd.
Speaks from the grave.
From the grave.
Brother Wright.
Brother Wright.
Speaks from the grave.
From the grave.
Nothing will stop us.
Nothing will stop us.
I want to say to you in Minnesota, if you fight this fight, you fight the right fight. But let me say to you here, some great freedom fighters have come out of this state. I think about Prince of Purple Rain, freedom the corrupt music industry. In '64, we were in jail. Hubert Humphrey led the fight in Minnesota. We were president and Paul Wellstone led the fight, Minnesota. Keith Ellison ran for Congress. 3% blacks, he won for Congress. Omar from Somalia in the Congress. He's now Attorney General of the state of Minnesota. I remember meeting with Mr. Freeman some time ago. I said, we need to indict these 4 police who killed Floyd. He couldn't quite make up his mind to do it. So I asked, he said, well, Keith suffice. Keith indicted them the next day. So Keith Ellison matters. Today, the first class prosecutor we saw, handpicked by Keith Ellison. The judge, those who on the jury, handpicked by Keith Ellison and staff. So even tomorrow, even if we win, it's relief. It's not victory. They're still killing our people. Stop the violence. Save the children. Stop the violence. Save the children. Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. Now I ask you to be nonviolent because we're wise, not because so we're nonviolent. We're nonviolent. Not because we're scared. Because we're wise. Some elements they want to race war, they have the arm, they kill us, a gun for taser. We go for homicide, we can go for homicide and genocide. We must be wise enough to keep marching. We set our own agenda. The agenda today stop killing blacks in real time. Television. Stop killing George Floyd. The man who killed him never have immunity. He must face murder. He murdered the man. To murder people must not have protected immunity. The woman who killed Brother Wright, she cannot say she didn't know a taser from a gun. Murder is murder. Even though our struggle is not about black and white, it's about light, dark, and our struggle ultimately is not about black and white. About dark and light. Light will beat darkness. Light
be darkness.
Will be darkness.
Light will be darkness.
Light will be darkness.
Those killers do not represent the heart of Minnesota.
Those killers
do not represent the
heart of Minnesota.
I see whites and blacks marching in Minnesota. You represent the best of our nation. Don't make your spirit. And when you get tough, something says, I know it's dark.
I know it's dark.
But the morning coming.
But the morning is coming.
I know it's dark.
I know it's dark.
But the morning coming.
But the morning is coming.
Lord is our light.
Lord is our light.
And our salvation.
And our salvation.
Whom shall we fear?
Whom shall we fear?
Lord is the strength.
Lord is the strength
of our lives.
Of our lives.
Either we walk through valleys.
Even though we walk through valleys.
Shadows of death.
Shadows of death.
No jail cell.
No jail cell.
No bullet. God with us.
God is with us.
The rod and our staff.
The rod and our staff.
Comfort us.
Comfort us.
We'll fight back.
We'll fight back.
Black lives matter.
Black lives matter.
Black lives matter.
Black lives matter.
All life matters.
Black lives matter.
1965, we got the right to vote in 1965, blacks after 85 years. While we've been serving the jury in the South. 18-year-olds couldn't vote. No serving in Vietnam. Couldn't vote on college campus. You couldn't vote bilingually. Since 1665 to 1965,
1965,
young America came alive.
America came alive.
We redefined America.
Redefined America.
There's a new majority.
There's a
New majority.
This land
This land
is our land.
is our land.
This land
This
is
land
our land.
is our land.
It doesn't belong to the Klan.
It doesn't belong to the
The
Klan.
land is our land.
This land is our land.
We reject slavery,
We reject slavery,
segregation,
segregation,
sedition, supremacy.
supremacy.
We are
We are
God's people.
God's people.
We'll march.
We'll march.
The victory is won.
Victory is won. The victory is certain.
Victory certain.
Victory is certain.
Victory certain.
Victory.
Not give up.
We will not give up.
I am
I am
somebody.
I am
Somebody.
somebody.
Red and yellow.
Red and yellow.
Brown, black, and white.
Brown, black, and white.
We're all precious
We're all precious.
in God's sight.
In God's sight.
Everybody
Everybody.
is somebody. Never surrender. Alive. Alive. Keep hope. Alive. Keep hope. Alive. George Floyd. Say his name.
Say his name.
Say his name. Say his name.
George Floyd.
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 Love you guys.
Love you, Red.
So, it's so powerful.
Hey, Jesse
I
Jackson.
wanted Harry Tubman to come here. For those that don't know me, my name is Spike Moss. I have fought this battle since 1966. I won 98% of all the lawsuits and 100% of the cases lost against white officers. This is our time because of you. You must stand up to the end of this and not be afraid and do not back up. No city is perfect. Minnesota has been perfect since 1966. A cop must be found guilty. You are standing up to make history. This is historical that one finally went to trial. So I wanted Black Moses to stand next to Jesse because Jesse's passing that torch to y'all. And this woman here, I named her Blue Black Moses. And I said, come and hug Jesse.
Yes.
Y'all keep marching. Stand up and fight back. Stand up and fight back. Stand up and fight back.
Fight back.
Let's give it up for Reverend Jesse Jackson. Let's give it up for Elder Rose. Thank you for
Come on, forward. Spirit for us. And keep going.
Everybody get down like she said. Everybody get down. Everybody get down.
Keep going. Anytime I can come around, I do this.
Move out the way.
Hello.
There's a problem with somebody doing it.
No, hold him up. Help him.
fists in the air in solidarity Reverend Jesse Jackson.
All power to the people. All power to the people.
All power to the people.
All power to the people.
All power to the people. Black lives matter. 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 Say his name.
George Floyd.
Say his name.
George Floyd.
Say
You okay, dude?
Sandra Bland. Say her name. 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 Sandra Bland. Adam Toledo, 13 years old in Chicago. Say his name. Adam Toledo. 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 All right, give it up for yourselves. Y'all out here. It don't matter if it's cold. It don't matter if the police around. It don't matter if they got barricades. We out here. We gonna be out here till we get justice. I'm gonna turn it back over to DJ.
Back it up, Jim. Excuse me. Love you, Rob. Thank you. Love you, son. Right here. Excuse us.
Reverend Jackson, I'm the EP. What do you want to see happen this week? I mean, I'm sure it goes without saying, but...
Find the moment in American history.
I'm sorry?
It's a final moment in American history. There was one generation.
After all that you've witnessed throughout history, what does this moment mean, in the context of Black history for you?
Black and white fighting back to
What does this moment mean in the context of Black history for you?
light to defeat darkness. Same state that killed 2 blacks in the last 2 weeks elected Attorney General Pete Ellison. That's why they're on trial. For example, that's Amanda Omar, congressman from Minnesota. This is the state of people Humphrey, Paul Wellstone. So darkness will defeat light.
What is it like to see young people out here doing what you did years ago?
It's joy to see them come alive. When young people come alive, they change the course of the country. 65 blacks men, 65 blacks men vote. White women conservative in the South. 18-year-olds can vote by league on the campuses. A new majority. So we'll win this case tomorrow. But relief, not celebration.
Reverend Jackson, I'll let you go. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Young man wanted to meet you before we go.
No. Wait a minute. Hey, come on. Back it up, folks.
A long time. I was with you at the Moscone Center. I was your news crew.
Come on. Mr. J,
Excuse me. To the side. Hold through here.
Give them some space, please.
All news people, come over here. Everybody that's on the news, come over this way, please. Come over this way, please. Thank you.
Turn.
All you guys, just come around. Everybody come around. All news people, come around.
Space, please.
You can keep him there. He's fine right there, sir.
Okay.
Step back.
To the outside.
Back it up.
To the outside.
Mr. Jackson, how do you feel about all of us people coming together? Isn't this a beautiful sight?
That's the hardest thing getting life out of death.
Yes.
We've been done
All your hard work paid off.
they can take resurrection. We were killed in 68. Today, the powerful force for just America is still George Floyd. So the truth about that, young brother Wright. We should be nonviolent, not scared because we're wise. Some people hit them, they want to racial. It's not the real fight. Darkness and light. Spare but hope. We keep marching, keep hoping, keep building, keep fighting these both personal.
What do you say to the community who feel hopeless that this continues to happen and that it's not going to stop? What do you say to young people of color who just feel hopeless?
It will stop. Everything was killed. 45 minute jury came back to the killers were innocent. The lady who said in Mateo, she died. She said he was not guilty. And no blacks in the whole country could vote that time. 4 guys in trial, but Pete Ellison, Attorney General of the state of Minnesota. We had 60 blacks in Congress now. We were in North Minnesota. 45 lieutenants. So the fact that we were winning, they're fighting back in desperation. So they had these mass killings. We choose not to without so we got this. We made too much progress to turn back now.
Mr. Jackson, as a black woman, I want to say that I thank you for everything that you've done, that we value you, we appreciate you, and we are grateful for everything that you've done to lead the way. Yes, we value you.
Young brother looking up. All we can do is cherish you in these moments. For stepping out on the streets, it ain't nothing but mad love. It's mad love. And from these points, from where y'all kept pushing it to, we gonna help take it off from here. I'm 31 years old. In America, we got a long fight in us. But we gonna stand for our people. I run my own company. Black Culture CEO. Yeah, it's about owning our home.
All right, thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Get away.
Thank you.
My back.
Thank you. You guys make a hole for him.
Oh, no. Let them go.
Do you trust the justice system?
Keep going, you guys. Keep going for it.
Come on. Make a way. We staying on the curb.
Yeah, we staying on the curb. You guys, excuse us.
Get that something, man. We already got this.
Excuse us. You got it back. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Ours right here.
Open up.
Excuse me.
Hey, step back. Step back.
That's him. Jesse Jackson, I know you can't see me, but like the lady that touched Jesus' hem, I say peace. Back. Love you, man. Hey. Love you, Rev.
What are you, fella? If there's a possibility he does something else and you want to be there.
You got me? Goddamn right. I can't see you, but I'm back here. Maybe I can see. Do I want to meet Jesse? Yes, I do. Excuse us, you guys. Excuse us. Excuse us. Back up. Back up. Back up. Really? I was a little kid, but I'm gonna watch it on TV.
Say no good cops in a racist system. 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 No more cops for park evictions. No more cops for park evictions. No more cops for park evictions.
No more cops for park evictions.
No good cops in the racist system.
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 All right? I want to see y'all get set right now. I want people to think like y'all know this song and y'all know the lyrics. We've been listening to it for the last 20 years. Turn the fuck up.
I know you know this. I know you know this.
Selling narcotics.
Me and the P in the
Me and Lorenzo rolling in the benzo. Out of shape. Turn the yellow tape.
The tape off
The scene of the slaughter.
still get swole up, bread and water. I don't know. And grabbing his nuts, and on the other hand, without a gun, I can't do it. Don't let it be a black and a white one. Cause they'll slam you down to the street top.
Black police showing out for the white cop.
Ice Cube will swarm on any motherfucker in a blue uniform. Just cause I'm from the CPT, pop police are afraid of me. A young nigga on the warpath, and when I finish, it's gonna be a bloodbath of cops dying in LA. Yo, Dre, I got something to say. Fuck the police. Fuck the police. Fuck the police. Fuck the police. Fuck the police.
Please give your testimony to the jury about this fucked up incident. Fuck police and red center.
Yeah. Got you by the people.